It's always tempting for politicians, for their own gain, and for people in power to try to see if they can divide people, scapegoat folks, turn them on each other, because when that happens...
All right, that was former President Obama off the sidelines and on the campaign trail in California. President Trump not clear on whether he was watching this one or sleeping as he claimed he was during Obama's last speech, but he was tweeting this morning, sending out this quote. Barack Obama talked a lot about hope. Donald Trump delivered the American dream, all the economic indicators, what's happening overseas. Donald Trump has proven to be far more successful than Barack Obama. Both men will be stumping hard in the next few weeks as the fight for control over Congress heats up with the midterm elections now less than 2 months away. Joining me now, Republican strategist Rick Wilson, and with me here in studio is Wendy Osefo, Johns Hopkins University professor and a political commentator for The Hill. Great to have both of you with us. Rick, let me begin with you, if I may. If there's one thing Trump and his base love, it is to hate President Obama. So with President Obama returning to the fray, is it likely that Obama's presence is going to fire up the Republican base, especially Trump's base?
Well, look, right now, if you ask the average Obama supporter and the average Democrat, they were already highly motivated to come out. So I think if Barack Obama is targeted in swing races where he can be of a benefit, it's probably going to be a net plus for the Democrats. I will say this, he does activate some Republicans, but their baseline hatred of him is so high anyway that I think it's not going to be much more. This is a president who acts like Hillary Clinton won. He acts so aggrieved every day. He thinks Hillary or Obama, Hillary is president or Obama is still president by a lot of the way he acts. So I think, though, that the motivational level of Democrats is so high, we've seen it in all the specials so far this year and all the polling, that Barack Obama may juice a little bit of turnout in some key races that may end up helping. And look, the net of it, I think, is a minor net positive for Democrats.
So these two men, Wendy, could not have any more different styles, to be honest with you. I want you to take a listen to this comparison. Watch.
You need to vote because our democracy depends on it.
Isn't this much more exciting than listening to President Obama?
The stakes really are higher. The consequences of any of us sitting on the sidelines are more dire.
I watched it, but I fell asleep. I found he's very good for sleeping.
It did not start with Donald Trump. He is a symptom, not the cause.
If there's one thing that we learned in the 2016 race is that a lot of established traditional politicians did not know how to handle the aggressive bulliness, the name-calling, the tactics of somebody like President Donald Trump. There's no doubt that President Obama is a smart, very shrewd political operator, but is he prepared for what possibly could be coming his way with the kind of dirty nature of Trump politics?
He may not be prepared, but what we know is that the American people and those people who want to see Trump out of office are prepared. And what Obama said that I thought was really interesting is he said, about his legacy. He spoke about his legacy. I think I would push back on this beyond his legacy. It's about the American people wanting what's best for them in generations to come. And if we want somebody to get in there and sling in the mud and roll in the mud with Donald Trump, we can have that. But what we need to know is that if we do not vote in the midterms, you have two options here. You can either increase Donald Trump's power or you can decrease it. And that is what's at stake here.
I always remember Michelle Obama saying, when they go low, we go high. Yeah. That did not necessarily work very well for Hillary Clinton in 2016. Is President Obama, former President Obama, is he likely to take the high road against these moments, or what do you think he is going to do? Is he going to get in the mud like you said?
I think he's going to take the high road, but I do think that there may be some little jabs here and there that we may say, hey, you're being a little bit petty. And that's okay, because we need someone that can take jabs at Trump because he does that all the time. So it's okay if you get in the mud with Trump, but we have to stay focused here and make sure that you're putting forth policies that the American people want to see.
If President Obama goes down that road where he gets kind of sucked into this kind of mudslinging mudslinging game. Does that in some way advantage somebody like Donald Trump in that it also erodes the institution of former presidents who've stayed politically away? I understand President Obama's point that there's a lot at stake for this country, but if he goes down the road of mudslinging and the tactics that Trump is known for, does that erode the general public and the general public's expectations of what a former president should do?
I don't think Obama is temperamentally wired to engage in the sort of small hand name calling kind of thing that Trump would benefit from. I think he's got a much different affect and approach. But I will tell you what Barack Obama does that hurts Donald Trump more than the most cutting insult, and that is he takes the cameras off of Trump. He takes the attention off of Trump. The other day when they carried a Barack Obama speech live for the first time in probably 6 years, start to finish, I guarantee you, it was driving Donald Trump out of his damn mind. He wants to be the center of attention at all points. And so without getting into the mudslinging, I think that Obama can sort of get inside Trump's head a little bit and play a cooler and more effective game.
Yeah, there's no doubt if there's any politician on the stage in America that can command that kind of attention, it is certainly former President Barack Obama. Rick, thank you very much. Wendy, stick around for us. We're going to talk to you in a little bit.